Python example. X equals 5, y equals 7, if x greater than y, c equal y minus x, else c equal y minus x minus y minus x, print c. Anybody of you, anybody doesn't understand anything here? I think everybody understand this. X have or has single value, which is 5. Y has single value, which is 7. Maybe this is 85, this is 77. Okay, doesn't matter. Suppose X is a student grade and Y is another grade, suppose it's 74. Now, if the grade, if X greater than 50, if X less than 50, C equals fail. Else C equals pass. Print X, C. What it will print? It will print 85 pass. Right? Are you with me? Everything is clear? Okay. Now, forget about Y. Let's keep on X. Suppose X has two values, not just 85. X has a name, like any name, John, and 85. But what is John? John is the name. So X has name equals John and grade equals 85. Suppose I want you to imagine this. Imagine X has two values. A value as a name, value as grade. So here, if I want to ask about the grade, I have to put dot. If X dot grade print X dot name. You understand here what is happening? X has two values. Name, which is John, grade, which is 85. When I use X dot grade, I'm talking about 85. When I say X dot name, I'm talking about what? About John. Suppose X has age equals 23. So if I want to print the age, I have to print here. If I want to print the age, I will print X dot age. So this will print John and X dot age, so it will print 23, and C, which is pass. Correct? It's clear? The idea is, instead of having a single value, we will have many values. Now, how can we say that x has all of these values? I cannot do it this way. What I can do, I can here say class student. Now, the student, I will def init self, comma, name, comma, grade, comma, age. So I decided I will create a class of the name student with 3 parts, not only one, not a single value, it's 3. Self dot name equals name. Self dot grade equals grade. Self dot age equals age. Only. That's it. This is the class. Now, I need to create x. X equals student of, what is the name? John, comma, what is the grade? 85, comma, what is the age? 23. That's it. X equals a student of 3 parts. John, 85, 23. So to do this, I cannot do it without a class. I have to create the class first. When I create the class, I have to create init. Any class you create, you have to define init. When you define the init, just start with self, then anything you want. 1 part, 2 parts, 3, 4, 5, it's up to you. And you have to do self dot what you have here equals what you have here. So when you later on want to create a variable with many parts, this variable here is not a variable. This is an object. It's not a single variable. It's an object. The object has number of parts upon the class. The class here has 3 parts, 3 attributes. So I have here 3 attributes. If I want to print or to do anything with the x name, I have to put x.name, which is John, x.grade, which is 85, x.age, which is 23, and so on. Instead of using x, suppose I want to create an array. I want to create an array. How to create an empty array? Let's go back here. Not just one. I want array. Let's go back to share no voice. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Oh, it seems nobody hear me. Start my web, start sharing, start. Hello guys, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Yes. Let's share what we have again. So, now I have the class students. And I don't want to have one X. I want to have many, not only one object. Array of objects. I can call it obj or X. Keep it X, doesn't matter. Suppose X is an array. How can I think Arjdeep, I think the problem is from your device. Anybody else? Guys, can you hear me? Anybody else has a voice problem? Shivani, Dauran, you can hear me? Okay, Prabjot, you can hear me. Everybody can hear me. Anyways, I'm recording this class, so even if you miss anything, you will get it later through the recording. Let me complete my idea. Now, X, when I say X equals student, I can now give anybody cannot hear me. Anybody cannot hear me. Please check your settings. I have no problem here. So it's from your side. Others can hear me. Okay. Anybody cannot hear me? Check your settings and later on you can watch the recording. I know the voice, maybe the voice is going up, down. It depends on the traffic of the network. So you have to be patient and you will see the recording. I'll send you the recording. Don't worry. Okay. The last time I sent you this example, which one? The product. I don't know if you have looked at it or not, but Let's try to do something similar, but here with our students. Now, x, I can say x equals and give a name, Arshdeep, comma, grade 88, comma, age 20, for example. This is a single person, but this single person has 3 attributes. I want many persons, not only one. And when I have many persons, each one of them will have 3 parts. How? If I create an array. So instead of putting this, I will say that x equals student array. So the array name is x. No. Yes, we can do it in this. There is we can just create the x. I don't need to mention the name of the class. Just x equals this. Yes, that's it. This is how to create an empty array. Its name is x. Now this empty array x, we want to give many persons. So how? X dot append what? What can I put in this array? I want to put many students. Many students. So I have to write student and give the data. Arshdeep comma 88 comma 20 x dot append student Tauren comma I don't know, I think older. Okay, x dot append another name, our friend John. No, I have to write student. Uh, 48 comma 22. Now, how many x I have? I have 1x, which is an array. But it's x0, x1, x2. Suppose I want to print the grade of Tauren. Print x of 1 dot grade. Print the grade of second student. How do I know second? Because it's 1. The first is 0. The second is 1. The third is 2, and so on. If I want to print the age of the first student, print what? Who can tell me? Everybody must tell me. Everybody should know. How can I print the age of the first student? x0 dot age. Yes, that's it. Okay, now forget about x and where is x here? Now print names of all students who pass. Anybody failed, I don't want to print their names. How can I do this? I want to print students who pass. What does it mean, pass? It means the grade greater than or equal 50. If I tell you we have an array of numbers, and we want to print any number greater than or equal 50. How can you do it? Forget about classes, forget about objects, just think of this example. If we have array x of numbers, print all numbers which are greater than 50. I think everybody knows how to do this. Who doesn't? If x greater than or equals 50, print x, right? I'm here not talking about x. I'm talking about array. X is single variable, but I'm talking about an array. If we have an array x, so this here is working for single variable, its name x. If a single variable x, we can do this. But if an array x of numbers, how? Yes, tell me. I don't mind how many numbers. I just have an array, its name x, it has many numbers. 5, 10, 1,000, 100, doesn't matter. I have an array, and this array filled of numbers. I want to print any number greater than or equal 50. How can I do it? Not Prabjot, somebody else. Not Prabjot. Don't Prabjot. I want somebody else to give me the code. Yes. For I n x, yes, or for I in range, it's okay. It's here. Look, do I use for I in x or for I in range len x, not x? I want you to mix between when I use len, when I don't use len. I told you the last time, if I need the index, I will use range. If I don't need the index, I don't need to use the range. So it has to be for I in x, then if I, let me call it something not I, for a in x, if a less than or equal, sorry, greater than or equal 50, print x, sorry, print a. This is how I go through the array from the first to the last item. A now is the item, which is the number. If the item greater than 50, print the item. If I need to get the index, I cannot do it in this way. Forget about the index, let's focus here. Anybody doesn't understand what I'm doing here? Do you have any questions about these three statements? For a in x, if a greater than or equal 50, print a. If you don't understand what is here, ask me. Let me explain. Yes, if everybody understands, so let's change it, not numbers, students. If x is an array of students, a and x, yes, no change. But a, how many parts? When a is an item of this array has items. Every item, how many parts? How many parts? Yes, how many parts? Tell me. 1, 2, 3. Now I want to do what? Print names of all students who pass. How can I know if the student pass? Which part I need to check here? Dot what? Dot what? It's obvious, guys. Great. Print a dot what? Dot what? Come on. A dot name. Name. The student X or A or whatever, the student has three parts: name, grade, age. Or here, name, grade, age. So here, print names of all students who pass. I need to go through the array for A and X, so it will start from the first X to the last X. Now A is X. When I say if A in X, it means A is X. But A is one item in X. So take all items in X one by one. A dot grade greater than or equal 50. If yes, just print A dot name. Okay. Now all of you should do this. Print names again of any student their age less than 25. Yes, I'll write the code for A N X F A, yes. For B, okay, for A, for B is good. Dot age greater than or equal 25. Print A dot name. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now if there is a student with a name Arshdeep, then print their grade and age. What can we do? How can we do it? Yes, for again A or B or C or Z, Z, N, X, if Z dot name equals Arshdeep, print what? We need to print the grade and the age, not the name, Swati. Exactly. Z dot grade dot grade, comma, Z dot age. Okay. Now, here, print names of all students who pass. I can, inside the class is here. I can, inside the class, this is the diff, the first diff here. Initialization of the object. Let me create inside the class here method to return true if the student pass and false if not. Now I will create a method inside the class, diff. What is the name of the method? Is pass. I'll call the method is pass. Any method I create inside the class, I have to give it self. Then what I need to do, I need to return true or return false. Here, when I'm inside the class, I don't use x dot, I use self dot. So if self dot grade lists greater than or equals 50, return true. Else return false. If I have the is pass function here, print names of all students who pass if no is pass method. So here this is correct if I don't have the is pass method, but let's take all of this, copy and paste. If we have, what is the change? I don't need to check the grade. I need to check the method. How to check the method? What's the name of the method? The name of the method is pass. So here, if a dot is pass. That's it. What does it mean is pass? What does it mean a dot is pass? When you see a name of a method, you will go to the method. So A, who's A? A is the item in the array. A in X, which means every item in X one by one. So A dot is pass means go to the inverse. So we take A with us and go to the is pass. Did I say is pass or in pass? Is pass, yes. We go to the is pass. We have A. So this grade of A. Is it greater than 50? True. If not, false. So here when I say is pass means if true, I will print the name. If not, I will not print the name. That's it. Okay. So sometimes we can have a method inside the class, and it's better. If I want to do anything to the object, it's better to do it inside the class. Not here. Any questions? No questions. Let me give you the assignment. What you have to do in the assignment. If you have any questions, let me hear your questions. I will try here to create another time, create a new file and see if it could work. I hope I can save this time and it will not stuck. And what else? I need all of these. Let me take them all. Run module. It will ask for saving. Okay. Example 1. Save. I don't know why it doesn't accept. Why it doesn't accept any new file to be saved. Why? Okay. I have to force quit. Force quit. Let me look at the evaluation table. Come on. Quizzes. What does it mean here, quizzes? It means every time in every class I was always giving you something to do. Are you sure you want to define which one? Cancel. So quizzes here, yes, I will not give you any quiz. Cancel. I'm not giving you any quiz, but the practice which I was giving you, I will consider it as quizzes. So this 20%, I will take it from that. Okay? So if we look here, we have the employee bonus. Yeah, the employee bonus and the class example. I didn't give you anything in the class example. I think I did. It's the product. Let me finish marking them. But additional requirement. For the two quizzes, let's suppose employee bonus is the first one, and the product, I think I give you something to do for the product. Let me look at the product. Where is the product? In the download. Product. Okay. Here. Print name, blah blah blah. These things, you have to do them and send them to me. I will take these and the employment as quizzes, quiz 1 and quiz 2. Okay, so if you have not done this, you still have the time to do it. I know you haven't done, so you have a time to do. Yes, the assignment in group. The employee, which one the employee? The assignment. I don't remember it was about employee or what, but any assignment is a group. This assignment here, this assignment is a group. Yes, if you did the employee bonus, that's good. Now you have to do what? Now you have to do the class example. I will make it as an assignment so you can submit it back. No, it's individual. Product class complete the program and send it back. I'll give it to you here. It's in it's here, the product. You have your time until next week to do it, and I'll give you the assignment now, which is a group assignment. This one is not a group assignment, but now I'll give you assignment 2. This is assignment 1. I'll stop this, no need for this to stop it from here.